Did you remember what happened? Remember stepping to the club, right? Did you ain't turn it up, right? She was rocking to the song, you were looking all along, even touched your ding dong, right? So tell me what's in your face plans when you put your hands in her pants, or maybe when you hit the guard and beat in that car, kept acting like a rock star. If you act like a douche, of course you'll be loose, yeah. If you act like a douche, of course you'll be loose.
Those are some big nuts.
Yeah. If you're acting like a douche, of course you'll be loose, yeah. If you're acting like a douche, of course you'll be loose. Run around, run around, run around, run around, run around in my head, I can't let go. No, no, no.
The other day, I posted this video in my shorts. Can you imagine putting the sticker there, not even having the cognitive ability to put it in such a way where it actually looks like he's pointing at the price? I did that. Did what? He's pointing past it. Let's see what he did. Oh, he left the def pump flap open. What an asshole. Just a cheeky, light-hearted video about a sticker on a diesel pump and how it's not positioned right to point at what it's intended to point at, and whoa, what's he pointing off into, you know? It was kind of funny. I saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of goofy. And nothing political, absolutely nothing political about it. Granted, it was Joe Biden on there, but that didn't really matter. I mean, it could have been Gary Coleman for all that matters. The point would still be the same. Nothing political about it. I made no proclamations about any politician, any political ideology, nothing, nada. But despite that, people just saw it was Joe Biden and they made all sorts of wild and ignorant assumptions about myself and what my positions are and what I'm trying to get at when I'm talking about. Take this guy, for example. This guy has to be mentally ill. It's a video about a sticker on a diesel pump that's positioned slightly wrong, and from that, just that, he deduced all of this. Then there's this guy right here. I mean, he's clearly confused. That video went right over his head. He thinks I'm trying to make some kind of, again, political argument about a sticker on a diesel pump that's just positioned incorrectly, or at least I perceive it being positioned incorrect. Like, this guy, I don't even know what you're on about. A comeback? What? What are you talking about, man? But of course, I get it. He assumes, as did the first guy, that I'm making some sort of political statement because, I mean, that's what happens when you're part of a cult. And don't think like it's just these guys, because it's everybody that's all politically involved. They're part of a cult. That's the way I perceive it. Massive cult behavior. And so they're so, like, their politics are so ingrained into their personality and who they are that even if they suspect that somebody's saying something about it, they get immensely offended. They get triggered. Then there's this guy. I guess he was or she was a subscriber. Not sure. Again, a sticker on a diesel pump that I pointed out was just put on there incorrectly. Bothered them so much that they're just like, I'm out, which is fine. That's cool. Then there's this person. I guess it triggered you? No, I don't think it did. Because again, the context of the video was kind of lighthearted and cheeky. And again, I wasn't making any sort of political statements or anything like that. But again, just like the previous person, it just went right over their head. But I get it. When you're part of a cult and you feel that your ideologies are being ridiculed or made fun of or something, you get a visceral emotional reaction, just as all of these people did. I mean, it's funny. It's funny, but it's also sad at the same time. But more funny. The cult mentality also shows, because that's their default, is that this person is clearly not on my side. And in their mind, that means only one thing. They have to be for the other side. Not on my side, definitely on their side. And that shows how absolutely narrow-minded these individuals are. And don't think it's just people on the right. It's not. It's both people on the left and the right. If I say something against the right, they automatically think I'm with the left. And if I say something against the left, they automatically think I'm on the right. But truthfully, I make fun of them both equally because they are both equally idiotic, deranged, mentally ill, and exhibit cult-like behavior in nearly every facet of their lives. All of this over a sticker on a diesel pump. Really? Do better. Get your shit straight, man. Fuck. That's all I got about those clowns. No. Actually, there is one more thing, and that's the term sheep, because that gets thrown around a lot in society. Sometimes sheep can look like this, but other times they can look like this, and other times they might look like this. But then there's different other times where they look like this. For example, the right calls the left sheep because they wear masks and, they get the vaccine, shit like that. But anytime you have a group of people that exhibit the same sort of behavior, you're going to fall under the category of sheep. So if you got one group of people that wears masks, and you got another group of people that doesn't wear masks because of ideology, you got two groups of sheep. That's the way it works. Kind of like Android users, right? They call people that buy Apple products sheep for buying Apple products, but then they go and buy Samsung's products in the same fashion, in the same way that the Apple people go buy Apple products. So if you're running around calling other people sheep, just consider you're also probably a sheep. You just belong to a different flock. And honestly, that sort of mentality goes off into pretty much every industry. You'll have Canon users, like I use a Canon camera, against Sony users who use Sony cameras, or Fujifilm, or Nikon, or whatever, PlayStation, and Xbox, and Nintendo. And you get these people arguing about subjective. These are the same kind of people. They argue about subjective matters in an objective fashion, meaning you think your opinion is like the rule of the land. Like you think Xbox is the best, and you'll sit there and argue it. Do you know how stupid that is? Like you're arguing your personal opinion to try and change somebody else's mind. Just because you think it's great doesn't actually make it universally great. It just makes it great for you. Whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Sony, Canon, Nikon, Fujifilm, Apple, Android, Samsung, LG, whatever. If you're calling somebody else sheep, and you're off in your own little flock of sheep doing your thing, and you're like, hey, look at them, but you're doing the same exact thing, simply with a different product. And then you're going to argue that yours is best because reasons? Those reasons are only true to you. Like, for example, I've seen this video where they compare the iPhone zoom to whatever Galaxy phone zoom, and the Galaxy phone zooms in really, really, really close, and everyone's like, Apple can't do that. There's nothing impressive about that. It's digitally zooming in. I got friends that are posting moon pics like, look how great this picture is. It's like, no, actually, that picture looks like shit because it's digitally zoomed in. And you're never going to have a digital zoom that far in that's going to look good. You can ask any photographer this, anybody who knows anything about photography, digital zoom is rubbish, especially when you're going in that far. It's just not good. And I would say the same exact thing if Apple did that. And I would think, why would you do that? That is so stupid. If people are sheep, so are you. You just belong to a different flock. So the moral of this video is, don't join cults, don't be a sheep, don't call other people sheep, and don't be a dickhead. Anyways, check out this lens. It's a 70 to 200 millimeter lens, and the reason I got this lens is so I can just stand around on the street and take creepy shots of people from far away. I gotta go. I gotta put all this stuff away, and I think I'm gonna watch TV. Well, not TV. I'm gonna stream something. I just don't know what.